Hello, my name is Dustin Brown and this is my oral presentation book report. It is for ENT 600 Entrepreneurial Planning. The book I chose is Social Entrepreneurship, A Better Way of Thinking About a Sustainable Future. The authors are Mel Young and Alexandra Matthews, and it is published by The New Ism. About the authors, Mel Young. So he has spent the last 20 years tackling homelessness in Scotland. The first way that he started doing this on a larger scale was by co-founding The Big Issue. It's a magazine that addresses social matters, but it is sold as vendors by homeless people. And this allows them to generate their own income. So as the Big Issue grew, Mel Young discovered that there were other countries doing the same kind of concept. So he got together with these other magazines and newspapers, and they came together and they set up the International Network of Street Papers. Altogether globally, there's over 30 million circulations annually, helping 100,000 homeless. While he was doing work with the INSP, he talked with another founder of a homeless paper from Australia, and that one's called The Megaphone. The two of them were sitting down and they were talking, and they came up with the idea for the Homeless Cup. So the Homeless Cup is a soccer tournament that is held annually, and all the players are homeless. So it brings recognition to them and exposure. The next author is Alexandra Matthews. So she has been working with social entrepreneurship in many different aspects over the years. She was a senior business development manager. Then later on, she became a volunteer and fellowship with Ashoka, which is the world's largest network of social entrepreneurs. She was a freelance copywriter. More recently, she helped co-found The New Ism, a platform of blogs, podcasts, and social networking for social entrepreneurs. And she is currently also working with as a global marketing director for ECI Media. What is a social entrepreneur? So the first thing I'll tell you what they're not is they are not entrepreneurs on social media. They are not entrepreneurs leveraging social media to market their business. A social entrepreneur is a person with a can-do spirit, and they do constructive things to help society through business ventures. So about the book Social Entrepreneurship. The New Ism is a partnership between Mel Young and Alexander Matthews addressing how social entrepreneurs can make an impact in society, where it be local or globally. So during the COVID lockdown in Great Britain, they had been working with the New Ism, talking about social entrepreneurship, and they took that and they changed what they were doing and pushed everything towards a book. So this book is the first in a series to highlight what people are doing with social entrepreneurship. So who are some of the social entrepreneurs covered in this book? I took these two just to highlight them. I mean, this is by no means the full list, but you have Vera Cordella. She created 23 non-government organizations around hospitals in Brazil. And you have Sir Faisal Abed, founder of the BRAC, an international development organization that believes in giving a hand up instead of a handout to India's homelessness. These two individuals have impacted hundreds of thousands of people that started off with a simple concept of what is the government not doing to help the people that I'm around, and how can I help them through business ventures. So you have one that offers help through hospital and medical, and you have another one who helps out through banking interactions, offering microloans to help families establish either small businesses or help get out of debt, or even just to be able to have a place to live. These are just two small sectors of the full impact of the book. It goes in to talk about fashion, on how businesses are getting away from some of the textiles that harm the environment and provide better working conditions throughout the globe. Deforestation, global climate, all different kinds of ways to help society, not only now, but in the future for our future generations. So one thing that I really want to focus on, what is the difference between social entrepreneurship and a regular entrepreneur? The only real difference is the motivation and the desired outcome. So the rest of the things that an entrepreneur needs to be, has to know, different systems has to work with, it's all the same. Things of setting up how they want to launch their venture, who to choose to be on their board, working with the government, because social entrepreneurship is one part business and one part charity, if nothing else. It's how do we help people, but help them through business. So there are some extra portions dealing with the government, because it might be a non-government organization, it might be a non-profit organization, it might be a for-profit venture, but the person behind it with the dream, the goal, the social entrepreneur, the only thing that separates them from a regular entrepreneur is what drives them to do what they're doing and what is the end outcome. It's not about how much money can I make, but how many lives can I affect. So my closing thoughts of the book. To be honest, when I picked the book, I just looked for the word entrepreneur, and I thought, okay, this is something that can help me with my future goals of I want to open a business. The word social, honest, truthfully, didn't really affect me that much. I thought, okay, maybe it has something to do with social media. Maybe it has to do with how I interact with the community. I didn't really know much about it. Picked the book, ordered the book, read the book. Well, I listened to the book. It was an audio book and a reading, so a good portion of it was listening. Commute back and forth to work, taking notes. The book was really engaging. It made me think beyond, okay, start a business, make money. Do I want to keep running the business, or do I want to sell it off later? It made me look at, okay, what can business do for people around me, or even bigger? So it's not about, okay, business is just to make money and then we're all good. There were some things that, as I'm listening and reading and getting more in depth with it, that made me think about, okay, I've actually met social entrepreneurs through my lifetime. I knew a small business owner. He had a landscaping company, and he only employed people that were either A, homeless, B, going to unemployment lines and stuff like that, and that's where he got his workers from, because they had a drive to be there, to be on time, to, this meant more than, the young high schooler that's like, okay, this is a couple extra dollars spending cash type thing. So I've known a couple of these type of people, and I just thought, okay, hey, that's a business plan, that's a business way of doing things. But now understanding the book, I understand what motivated him to have those kind of people to have an impact in his community. So here's the list of my sources, and once again, thank you. My name is Dustin Brown, and thank you for watching this video.